WUTR.
Tuesday night, the Village of Herkimer Board of Trustees met with the Frank J. Baslow Library Board and representatives from Herkimer Next, the group looking to grant funding to the library for much-needed repairs. That funding, though, would only happen with certain agreements made by the village, so the three groups met to discuss the details. But this meeting did not end with any sort of resolution. Let's take a look now at how it all played out.
Here's a recap to serve as a reminder. The nonprofit organization Herkimer Next would like to apply for a series of grants that the library can then use toward necessary repairs and improvements. Library Director Christine Fleischer explains further.
We all know, it's been news for as long as I can remember, that the library needs a new roof, and that the village has not had the funding to be able to provide it. And this grant would cover all of those costs and just be a really big boon to the community, an asset to the community.
Again, the library does not own the building, so they technically need the village's permission to make any changes. They have been asking the owners of the building, aka the village board, for the funds, but have been repeatedly denied for the past 10 years. Now they're working with an outside party, Herkimer Next, to take things into their own hands and establish the changes they desire.
We can manage the entire project, so there's no heavy lift at all for the village. So it's like a gift, if you will.
Okay.
Mayor Dana Sherry hyper-focused on the fact that Herkimer Next and the library are asking for a few things in return, including a dedicated liaison within the village to make communication easier between all parties involved, a build-out agreement that would be added to the library's current lease, and assurance that if the village ever decides to sell the property, it will be sold to the library or to someone approved by the library board. However, Michelle Hummel of Herkimer Next reiterates that nothing is set in stone and they're open to discussion.
No one's reached out to us to ask us a single question, and I don't think I was even invited to this meeting. So,
The village's lawyer, Vincent Rossi, then chimed in before abruptly leaving the meeting with a few other local officials.
Okay, I don't have anything more to say to you.
for the record, we don't need anything from the village to do this other than permission to work on your building and to say, you know, we will go ahead and secure your lease for X, however long. We're willing to negotiate.
It was clear to everyone in the room that no resolution would be reached by the end of the meeting, leading a witnessing taxpayer to voice her disappointment over the whole situation.
The community and the kids that go there, that receive the free summer programs, the education that the library provides, the tutoring that they provide. I have 4 kids that go to the library that take out hundreds of books. They have saved me over $20,000 in books that I would have to buy. A new roof would provide safety for my kids, because where the book sale and everything is, that's where the damage is for the roof. If the roof, God forbid, there's mold growing there, that's black mold, that the kids are breathing in, that the public is breathing in, God forbid if the roof is unstable and falls on somebody, damages the library, damages a patron, possibly can kill a patron, you guys are looking at a massive lawsuit. You guys need to work together and come up with some sort of agreement to protect yourselves and to protect the library. Because what's going on here is not fair.
I'll be following up on this over the next few weeks. Reporting in Herkimer, I'm Shelby Pay, Eyewitness News.
As inflation